What's good, ladies and gents? Welcome to the MKO Pugilism Boxing channel, where we talk all things boxing. Remember to like and subscribe, hit the bell notification, put it on all so you get notified of all the latest content as and when we drop it on the channel. So let's get into this one. People were wondering, including myself, about Anthony Joshua's comeback. There were all these rumors floating around about, March, April, May, whatever. And recently it's come to my attention. The latest news is that he's actually going to be returning on April the 1st. I believe that was first broke by Eddie Hearn. But then there was the thing of this opponent. There was an Australian guy who he was going to be fighting. That was sort of the strong rumor. And I remember at the time of hearing that thinking, well, no problem. It was an undefeated guy, southpaw, quite a tall guy. It would have been quite a decent opponent for Joshua to come back against. But now the latest news is that it's going to actually be Jermaine Franklin. Jermaine Franklin, who many of you should remember from his fight with Dillian Whyte. He really gave Dillian Whyte a real run for his money. Many people, including I think myself at the time, I think I had Franklin winning their fight, if I'm not mistaken. But then again, Dillian Whyte did come on very strong towards the end of their fight. So I think this sort of guy is a good guy for Anthony Joshua to come back against, because at the end of the day, he's a solid fighter. He's only got one loss on his record, and that one loss, you could say, is quite controversial. So he'll be there, he'll be confident. He's a decent boxer, decent speed. He can handle himself, Jermaine Franklin. But I don't think it'll be much of a threat to Anthony Joshua. But at the same time, I think these are the sort of guys he needs. Because as I've said in previous videos, I think Anthony Joshua needs to rebuild his confidence. I think one of his biggest problems is confidence. I think after those two losses he's just taken, and they're very comprehensive losses, very clear losses. There's nothing controversial about them. He's been outboxed twice and even outfought at points. So he's at a point now where he had that meltdown after the Usyk rematch and stuff. So Joshua really needs to get a win under his belt, and he really needs to get his confidence back. These are the type of fights he needs. He needs fights that are gonna build his confidence back. And then once he's learned a few things, and also not to forget, he's got the new trainer who I haven't heard Anthony Joshua officially announce it, but multiple sources have been saying it's Derek James, and I think Derek James has been asked and sort of confirmed it. So Anthony Joshua is now going to be training with him, and I think that will be good for Joshua too, because with Derek James, he's got to go over to America, base himself out there in Texas. You'll have Errol Spence Jr. in the gym. You have one of the Charlo brothers in the gym, and it's going to be a completely different atmosphere over there. They're going to push him, I'm pretty sure, and it's going to be well out of the comforts and the confines of home for Anthony Joshua. And I think at least that will be something that he will have changed, because I said also, I think even when he had Robert Garcia, I thought, he looked to have done a bit good work with Anthony Joshua. But I thought at the time he should have gone over to California to just be in that camp with Robert Garcia, train with a trainer in his environment, trust the trainer. If you're going to choose these guys, you pay them a lot of money, trust the guy, move to his environment, and just change your setting, change your setup a bit, and try to sort of get used to it. And I think that's going to be a good thing for Anthony Joshua now, that he's going to relocate himself, because I think that shows a lot of promise, and that shows that he knows something's wrong, and he's trying his best to fix it. So as far as the result goes, I'm expecting Anthony Joshua to KO, to knock out Jermaine Franklin, probably the mid rounds, maybe mid to sort of late rounds. I'm expecting him to take Jermaine Franklin out. I don't think Franklin has the the sort of punch power to bother Anthony Joshua. I think he'll cause him problems because he's quite fast. He's a bit of a smaller heavyweight. He's quite quick and he's quite sharp with his movement and everything. Hand speed's pretty good. So I think he'll give Joshua a few problems. But I expect Joshua to stop Jermaine Franklin, to knock him out somewhere mid to late rounds. That would be my sort of prediction on it. But anyway, let me know what you think about this. Anthony Joshua versus Jermaine Franklin. Good choice of opponent, bad choice of opponent. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. And until next time, it's MKO Pugilism over and out.